Can somebody educate me on why there's Black Americans that don't know where they're from, like their ethnicity and stuff? Like growing up Nigerian, having a grandfather in the house that's like straight from Nigeria, clothing, the food, the language, the accent, everything. I've always known since birth. I'm from California and I've recently moved to Atlanta, and it's clearly a cultural shock. But at the same time, I feel like it's very diverse here. But in the South, I feel like there's a lot of Black people that don't really know exactly where their ancestors are from. I guess that's what you would call it. Their ethnicity. A lot of people just identify with the South. And that's where they're from. I don't really know how accurate that is. Especially with it being Black History Month, I feel like it should be more of an important thing for people to understand where they're from, because you're not just Black. I seen this creator on here talking about how the differences between ethnicity, nationality, and whatever, all those other things. And they were saying that African American is an ethnicity now because of the way that Black people got to America. It's an ethnicity, and I don't know how much I agree on that.
Hello everyone, I'm Harrison. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about this wrong idea that Black Americans have no roots or don't know where they come from. I stand 100% with Black Americans. That idea is not true and it hurts people. Imagine this: you are Black American, someone asks you, where are you from? You say Texas. They keep asking you, your mom? You say Texas. Your grandma? Texas. Your great grandparents? You say Texas again because your family has been in the United States of America for many generations back to the late 1800s or even earlier. That's not no roots. That's very strong American roots. Your family built life here through hard times and made amazing things. Slavery did not just move people, it broke families on peoples. It took away names, languages, and exact places in Africa. But even after that pain, Black Americans created something great like jazz, hip hop, soul food, the civil rights movement. That music and culture changed the whole world. That is not that is making a new strong identity right here in America. You are truly American. What makes me angry, a lot of this mockery comes from inside the black family, especially some Africans of or new people from Africa. They use words like akata or make jokes that black Americans are lost because they don't have one exact African country name. So, dear African, stop it. It's not funny. It divides us. Slavery cut those direct links on peoples. Making fun of black Americans for that is like blaming someone for a hurt they did not choose. So, guys, let's watch this video. I'm coming back for a better communication
And then he went on to say, oh, we're not just from here. No, you're not from here. You're Nigerian. You think it's a flex. Oh, I grew up with my grandfather. Y'all really think we didn't know our grandparents? My great grandmother raised me. She was born in 1935. I knew her mother. She was born in 1919. Some of y'all cannot trace back more than your grandparents. We actually have a longer paper trail than a lot of deeply melanin rich people outside of the United States of America. We've been Black Americans longer than your grandfather been Nigerian, bruv. Nigeria was not established as a country until 1960. Let me run that back. Nigeria, if you can proudly say, I'm Nigerian, then what the hell? Our country is more than a century older than yours. We've been Black American people longer than your grandfather or you have been Nigerian. Now, if I get up here and say you don't know where you're from, but where's he from outside of Nigeria? No, but before Nigeria, what was it called? But where did y'all migrate from to get to Nigeria? Like, it sounds crazy to think of, right? Y'all think that y'all have like a monopoly on like this excess melanin, to whereas only people that come from the African countries have this color skin. And it's blasphemy. We were the first people on planet Earth. We inhabited the entire planet. It's this African superiority complex to sit up here and say, well, we don't come from here. No, you don't come from here. We've been American longer than you've been Nigerian. Y'all need to have some respect. And I think y'all don't understand what ethnicity is. Let me read the definition for y'all. Ethnicity refers to a shared cultural identity based on ancestry, language, religion, traditions, and history rather than just physical traits, unlike race, often based on physical appearance, or nationality based on citizenship. So nationality wise, we're American. Race wise, we're black. Black American and African American is synonymous with what our ethnicity is. Based on citizenship, ethnicity is self-identified, subjective group affiliation that can change over time. So if people just only identifying with the South, that's because culturally and ethnically, they're Southern Black Americans. How you going to sit up here and say we don't know what we are? Then when we do our panels, which I'm about to go live soon, and we say, what's your ethnicity? Y'all act like it's offensive. And Deontay Gobbleneck, Kyle, said, oh, y'all acting like slave catchers, asking where's the freedom papers? These people have been literally, since they got here, forcing us to identify with them by way of saying we don't know where we come from and we have no culture, when literally they're walking around as physical embodiments of our culture. They absorb every fucking thing that we are. Every single fiber and essence of our being is absorbed by these people when they come over here. So to sit up here and say we don't know where we're from when our country is older than yours, a country that we built. And let's get into what constitutes as an ancestor, because I think y'all don't know what an ancestor is. Y'all keep thinking that we need to go back 5,000 blood clot years. Give me 1 second. An ancestor is any person from whom one is directly descended, typically in a vertical line of ascent. Parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, etc. They are defined by biological descent, bloodline, and genealogy, the paper trail that we always tell y'all about. Though adoptive parents are often considered social or milk line ancestors, they represent the previous generations from which a person inherits, distinguishing them from collateral relatives like aunts or cousins. A lot of us grew up with our ancestors. I had the fortune of knowing my great-great-grandmother. She never told me she was African, ever. She told me other things about who she was, which I don't have to disclose because who the fuck are y'all? So an ancestor is literally a grandparent. My grandparent, my grandma on both sides passed on. Those are my ancestors. My great-grandmother that raised me, my ancestor. I was raised by my fucking ancestors, and they told me who they were. So I'm supposed to believe you, with your Nigerian coming from a baby ass country, which my ancestors is older than your country, telling us we don't know where we're from and you don't believe it and you don't know how to feel about it, versus what our actual ancestors told us. Where was your grandfather in number 4? Nigeria was established in 1960. Anyways, they've been doing this. They keep doing it and being condescending and acting like they don't know. And we keep saying we're American. They cannot accept it. They don't do this to Brazilians that has a large Afro population. They don't do this to the Caribbeans. They ain't telling a Haitian, oh no, but where your family really from? I don't know why it's so hard for them to conceive of the fact that we are Americans. We're American. We're American. We're Black American. Some still go by African American. We are Negro. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, we're American. Build a bridge and get over it, bitch. We ain't you and you ain't us. And that's okay. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
So we all face racism, colonialism, hurt Africa, and bad system hurt black people in America. But fighting each other, that helps the wrong people win. Black Americans know their story. It is black, it is American. It comes from pain and power right here. They deserve respect, not jokes. That enrich them. If this happened to you abroad or online, write it in the comments. Let's build bridges, not break them. Black American roots are deep. Don't let anyone tell you different. Like and share if this helps. Stay real. Peace.